Well, good morning and welcome to Vermont. Well, actually, I'm on the state line about to go into Vermont. I'll show you the sign here. It's very, very early in the morning, and I'm going to do a little exploring over there in Manchester, Vermont. Yeah, they got one of these take a book, leave a book things. It looks like Frozen, John Grisham. Right, I noticed this sign as I pulled into Arlington or drove into town. It's the first capital of Vermont. Okay, I've arrived in Manchester, Vermont at the home of Abraham Lincoln's son. This will be a separate video. All right, I'm standing at the base of Mount Equinox, and there is something kind of interesting here I want to show you. And, something that was kind of surprising to me. All right, I'm in the gift shop now, and looking at this sign here. There's some crosses that have been made by Carthusian monks. There's a little community of monks up on this mountain. I think there's about 13 left, they said. But they confirmed the information I'm going to be sharing with you in about 2 seconds. Okay, so notice this gate here. This is the road that leads up Mount Equinox. And it happens to be the longest paved private road in the United States. Isn't that interesting? All right, I'm back in Arlington now. Notice that sign, that caught my eye, Norman Rockwell exhibit. And what I love about this is that where is the Norman Rockwell Museum? There's the sign for it. Well, it's right inside of the Sugar Shack. That's awesome. And as you head into the Sugar Shack, aka Norman Rockwell exhibit, there's this little sign, tells you where some of the original paintings are. Some are in the museum in Stockbridge, which I've been to. All right, I'm gonna start with this one. This is Jim Edgerton standing up at a town hall meeting, and Norman Rockwell was there when he did that and captured it in a painting that's now called Freedom of Speech. Yeah, many people consider that to be one of the most important works of American art. Freedom of Speech. It's one of Norman Rockwell's series of 4 paintings known as the 4 Freedoms. And freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. But just looking around, this is actually a really, really great exhibit. A little more than I thought it was going to be, and a little bit overwhelming. Really cool. Kind of glad I stopped in here. I've been to the Norman Rockwell Museum in Stockbridge, actually did a video about it. Okay, I don't know how it escaped my attention or why I wasn't thinking of it, but that painting that I was talking about, Freedom of Speech, that meeting that is depicted happened in this town. And actually, this is a wall that is The exhibit is talking about Norman Rockwell's models in his paintings. He lived in this town, and many of the people in this town are in his paintings. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, Arlington, Vermont. That's where freedom of speech, that town hall meeting happened. And Norman Rockwell lived in this town. That's why this exhibit is so extensive. It didn't even register with me. Yeah, Jim Edgerton, freedom of speech. He stood up in that town hall meeting. He was the lone dissenter. He made a speech, was politely received. Nobody shouted him down. He thanked the audience when he was done, sat down, and then a few moments later, they pretty much unanimously voted against his proposition. Okay, so now it's game on for me. I have to find Norman Rockwell's house. I have to find the building where that meeting happened. And I think Jim Edgerton is buried in a cemetery that I went past. I gotta find that. Okay, I've driven into the center of Arlington here, downtown Arlington. And I asked at the Sugar Shack. Well, first of all, I did get a maple creamy. It was really good. But then I also asked, where is the town hall? Is the town hall still here that was around in the 50s? There's a nice cemetery over there I would normally look at. But forget about the cemetery. I'm looking for the town hall, because that's where that famous meeting was, or where that painting, what it depicts, where that town meeting may have been, in this town hall right here that we're looking at. So I'm going to investigate that just a little bit. I think I'm out of luck. Looks like this place just closed a little while ago. Ah! Let's go in. Might be luck. Okay, I'll have to tell you about what happened at the town hall in a little while, but now I'm at the library. I've been sent over here. The town hall is probably not where that painting depicts. Well, I've had some lovely conversations with locals here in Arlington, done some interesting research. The library was very helpful. So I'm at the high school. This is Arlington Memorial High School. Now, at the town clerk's office, first of all, I learned that you pronounce Jim Edgerton's name Jim Edgerton. Immediately they corrected me. They also informed me the town hall is not where that meeting most likely occurred. That as far back as people can remember around here, the town meetings were held at this high school. At the library, they kind of confirmed that. And so I'm about 97 or 98% sure the building I'm at now is where that meeting happened. Notice this sign, Benedict Crossing. I know Benedict Arnold met up with Ethan Allen over in Castleton, which is not too far from here, before they attacked Fort Ticonderoga. I wonder if this has something to do with that. And this is where Norman Rockwell lived when he lived here in Arlington. And now it's a bed and breakfast, or an inn. this is where he painted a lot of his paintings that we still enjoy today, including that one I've been kind of talking incessantly about, freedom of speech. And so anyways, and I had to go over a nice covered bridge to get here. I'll show you. All right, we've seen the building where that meeting took place. We've seen Rockwell's house. Now we're going to see where Jim Edgerton is buried. Now earlier today, I happened to pull off that road right over there and park right there just to fiddle with my GPS. I looked over here and I saw a grave that said Edgerton. And I knew that name. I couldn't place where I knew it from. Well, I knew it because I'd learned about Jim Edgerton at the Norman Rockwell Museum in Stockbridge last year. Yeah, I parked right there, right in that area. Right along this road here. So anyways, Jim Edgerton, he was making a speech basically saying that it was about taxes. It's a long story. It's an interesting story. There we go. That's the marker I saw when I pulled off. This is his son. That's yeah, James. This is his son. This is the marker that I noticed when I pulled off to the side of the road. The West Arlington Cemetery. Beautiful, very peaceful burial place here on the outskirts of Arlington. And this right here, James Edgerton. This is the man that is depicted in that famous painting, Sun. 1906, yeah. So this is August 22nd, 1906. He's passed away in the 70s. His son passed away in 2022, I think it was. Recently. Yeah, this is the father. This is this man right here. Jim Edgerton. As I understand it, he'd lost his dairy herd to a disease. They were proposing to rebuild the school. It had been fire damaged. He was concerned about the taxes, was making an alternative proposal, and they voted it down. What a great day of exploration this has been. Even at the town clerk's office, they weren't even open, and a woman there invited me to look in some town records. At the library, I met a woman whose aunt is famously depicted in a Rockwell painting about gossips. She was a telephone operator. But yeah, just a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.